Daniel believed he had the perfect life. A stable job. A quiet apartment. A comfortable routine. Everything felt safe. But 10 years later, Daniel discovered something terrifying. His comfortable life had quietly stolen his dreams. And one night, he would face a strange golden door that forced him to make the most important decision of his life. Stay comfortable forever. Or finally start living. Daniel was an ordinary man living in an ordinary city. Every morning, his alarm rang at exactly 7 a.m. He woke up, brushed his teeth, drank a cup of coffee, and walked to the same office building where he had worked for nearly 10 years. His job was simple. He sat at a desk, typed emails, attended meetings, and waited for the clock to reach 5 in the evening. Nothing surprising ever happened. But Daniel didn't mind. In fact, he liked it. Because his life felt predictable. Safe. After work, he returned to his small apartment. He heated a simple dinner, changed into comfortable clothes, and sat down in his favorite chair near the window. The chair was old, but very soft. It had slowly become Daniel's favorite place in the world. Every evening he sat there watching television while the city lights flickered outside. And almost every night, he told himself the same thing. Someday, I'll change my life. You see, Daniel had a dream. For many years, he imagined opening a small café. Not a big business. Just a cozy place where people could drink coffee, talk, and share stories. In Daniel's imagination, the café smelled like fresh bread and roasted coffee beans. Soft music played in the background. Friends laughed together at small wooden tables. It was a simple dream. But it made Daniel happy. At least, when he thought about it. Because every time the dream appeared, another voice appeared too. A quiet voice filled with fear. What if it fails? What if you lose your savings? What if people don't come? The questions always arrived. And Daniel always answered the same way. Maybe later. Then he leaned back into his comfortable chair. And the dream waited. Days slowly turned into months. Months turned into years. Life continued. But Daniel's routine never changed. Meanwhile, the world around him moved forward. One of his friends started a small business and became successful. Another friend moved to another country to find new opportunities. One friend even quit his job and began traveling around the world. Whenever Daniel heard these stories, he felt something strange inside his chest. Not anger. Not jealousy. Just a quiet question. What would my life look like if I tried? But comfort always answered quickly. You are safe here. And Daniel believed it. Until one unusual night. One evening, a sudden power outage covered the entire building in darkness. The television turned off. The lights disappeared. And the apartment became completely silent. Daniel sat alone in his chair. Without the sound of the television, the room felt different. Too quiet. Too empty. For the first time in a long time, Daniel noticed how still his life had become. Slowly, he stood up and walked toward the hallway. As his eyes adjusted to the darkness, he noticed something strange. At the end of the hallway, a soft golden light was glowing. Daniel frowned. The building should have been completely dark. Curious, he walked closer. Step by step. And then he saw it. A door. But not an ordinary door. This door glowed with a warm golden light. Daniel stared at it in confusion. He had lived in this building for years. He had never seen this door before. Then he noticed something written on it. A small message. The words were simple. This door opens only for those who leave comfort behind. Daniel felt his heart begin to race. He slowly looked back toward his apartment. Inside that apartment was his comfortable chair. His familiar routine. His safe and predictable life. Everything he knew. Then he looked back at the door. Questions filled his mind. What is behind it? What if everything changes? What if I fail? Fear wrapped around him like a heavy blanket. But then another thought appeared. A painful one. Daniel suddenly realized something. For 10 years, he had been waiting. Waiting for the perfect moment. Waiting until he felt ready. Waiting until the fear disappeared. But the truth was simple. That moment had never come. Because comfort had slowly convinced him that staying the same was safer than trying. His comfortable chair had not protected him. It had quietly trapped him. Daniel looked at the golden door again. Maybe the door was real. Maybe it was only a dream. But the message on it felt completely true. If he wanted something different, he had to leave comfort behind. Daniel took a deep breath. His hand trembled as he reached for the door handle. For one final moment, he hesitated. Then he remembered his dream. The small café. The smell of coffee. The sound of people laughing and sharing stories. And suddenly, his decision became clear. Daniel slowly turned the handle. The golden door opened. Bright light filled the hallway. Daniel stepped forward into the unknown. And as he crossed the doorway, something inside him changed. For the first time in many years, Daniel felt truly alive. Because the greatest danger in life is not failure. Failure teaches us. Failure helps us grow. The real danger is comfort. Comfort whispers that tomorrow is always the better time. But tomorrow has a strange habit. It never arrives. So remember this. Comfort may feel safe. But the life you truly want always begins just outside of it. If you are inspired, kindly like, share, comment, and subscribe for more inspirational short stories and English learning content.